Hey guys, this is Tom Sorsey here, ready to talk about another Storm bowling ball. It's been a little while since the last video. We had some video problems with the high wire video, that's why you haven't seen it. And I've been pretty sick the last couple of weeks, so bear with me here. Try to get through it for you. Today what we're going to be talking about is the match. Or I may keep calling it the match solid because I just can't help myself. So the match here from the Storm Hotline, Reactor Solid, that's a cover stock that you're going to remember going back a ways. If I remember correctly, the Thunder line, and then I think there's the Tropical Breeze in there too. We have the Stinger Core, 2.55 RG 0.027 differential. This is mine here. 4.5 inch pin, a hole on the axis. We're bowling on a 38-foot sport pattern here. What pattern is it? I couldn't tell you. It's just 38 feet and it's pretty flat, and that's really all that matters. One of the best characteristics of the match is its price point. Like I said before, it's in the Hotline. You can get good top line ball motion for cheaper with this ball, and that's probably its greatest benefit. We're going to look at some shots in a minute, but what you'll see is that this is a pretty slow response ball, but it's medium friction. So let's take a look at some shots, and we'll see how it looks. So like I said, medium friction factor, slow response time ball. So knowing what we talked about previously for the phase and the alpha crux, it shouldn't surprise you to see that I'm trying to keep my angles closed here. This is a relatively fresh pattern. Trying to keep my ball roll stable up the back. Nice little trip 4 there. I think that it's going to be very useful on lower volume patterns. I think that you're going to see a lot of that with your leagues and also local amateur tournament type of things. I'm not sure it's strong enough to have a lot of use for the tour guys. In my experience, a lot more higher volume out there, a lot thicker oils too. You see right there, we get one a little right. Still slow response. It gets there, but it's not really kind of going hard off the spot. So that's kind of something that we want to see early on. Very useful on the fresh. So the ball I chose to compare it to is the IQ Tour. The IQ Tour is definitely quicker response than this match is. You're going to see right when I switch to it here, it's a little less controlled off of the spot. It's going to get a little further down the lane as well. So right out of the gate here with it, we try to stay in the exact same spot as the match. It's a lot quicker off the spot. We happen to get a strike there, basically busting up the big 4. No big deal. Try to stay there again, see what happens. We get one a little bit to the right. Gets the ball a little further down the lane, but can't quite get back from there. We leave the blower 7-10. Okay, still not the worst thing in the world. And then we happen to pinch one in a little bit here in the next shot, and that's when really that quickness is a problem. Again, could have been a big 4. We end up with a 6-pin. So my solution to that was square my angles back up, raise my speed up, lower the rev rate a little bit, try to get it to be able to be in the same part of the lane as that match was, using less angle. We scout the 9 out here. It looks great. Trying to keep that rev rate lower and the speed up to kind of slow it down a little bit. Ends up making it a pretty good match. But, as we see, obviously, match solid, slower response ball, medium friction. Basically, we can call it around the same as this IQ Tour here. Probably pretty close, but definitely slower. So like I said, I think this is going to be a very usable ball. And like I said, also, the best benefit is the price point. I think that the average bowler can get a lot of use out of this. Certainly, it's not as high a friction as like the Alpha Crux that we used last week, but in my experience, more of the league environment and some of the local tournament, amateur tournament environment tends to have lower volumes anyways, as it is. So I think that's much better matchup for the average bowler and certainly won't cost them an arm and a leg. To review really quick, match solid, medium friction factor, slow response time ball. It's going to be very useful on fresh patterns. Like the slow response time balls we talked about in the past, angles need to be more closed. It will use up energy. If you try to open the angles up with it, it could get you into trouble. But as it is, very useful tool. Try to do one a little quicker for you guys than last time. Hopefully you liked it. I'm going to have the Match Pearl out very soon. We'll talk about that. As usual, places to find me, facebook.com/TMSourcey, @TomSourcey on Twitter, YouTube page down there, Miami Source Machine. Feel free to leave comments, questions. I'm always accessible on any of those platforms, and hopefully you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions for future videos, things you want to see me do, things you want me to do better, always helpful. Let me know, and hope you guys liked it. Thanks.